Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, and where we last left off we were on the world of Tatooine dealing with the Ghost Cell. We're now here back at Vaedren Space Dock over the dropship launch hangar to see what...
I accept all forms of currency.
Indeed you do, to see what other situations are developing where we may lend our skills. So... yes, this is the one we're looking for.
Lord Malgus, you wish to speak with me?
That's correct. Cademimu 5 is an industrial world used by the Republic as a weapons depot, the so-called war chest of the Outer Rim. Now the planetary governor faces charges of corruption and has declared independence rather than stand trial. This is our opportunity.
There's no Republic fleet, and no treaty between the Empire and Cademimu.
Indeed, and they have something we want. If we acquire or eliminate Cademimu's weapon stockpiles, 3 Republic sectors will be left undefended. Conquering the planet is secondary. Nonetheless, we must act before Republic troops put down this rebellion, or before the governor readies the Cademiman defenses.
What sort of arsenal can the governor access? What are we facing?
The stockpile consists of over 80,000 missiles designed to obliterate capital ships. As we speak, the governor is overriding Republic security protocols and arming the planetary missile batteries. His private army is quelling civilian riots, but the army's elite will protect the missile command center. Push through, take control, and Cademimu will be ours.
I'll leave for the planet immediately, Lord Malgus. Be prepared for my signal.
The fleet is assembling. When you are finished, it will be ready to secure the system.
Okay. A few things Malgus did not mention.
Watch your back.
Indeed. The governor has hired a separatist leader from the world of Ord Mantell. The separatists on Ord Mantell, or at least some of them, were gaining their weapons and training from the Empire. Now, that isn't so much of a problem for us, but it would be relevant more, say, for a Republic trooper who had spent their prologue on Ord Mantell and had already tackled or dealt with the Separatists previously. It has no relation to us. It's not as if the general, I think at least he's a general, is going to be friendly towards us. But yes, these elite soldiers of the governor, which are being used to basically maintain martial law on Cademimu 5, are made up of some of the separatists from Ord Mantell, and that's who we're likely to be facing. Either way, let's get ourselves set up once again for the activity finder. Cademimu. That's the one I'm looking for. Anything to mention about Cademimu before we begin looking for a group? There are a couple of shortcuts which require slicing, which we certainly have. There is a point after the second boss, all the way into the missile command center, that could go very wrong, depending on depending on how things go. On the way to the second boss, as we'll discover, that can be annoying, and after the second boss, getting into the missile command center can be a pain. This will either go very well or very poorly. I suppose that's the best way to put it. But let's get ourselves underway. We are so close to level 60 in our next point on the discipline tree. We should probably get it with this flashpoint. And then, as I mentioned in a comment with one of my subscribers earlier today, I am going to look back at the operative combat style and both the concealment and lethality discipline trees and see if I can learn how to play the class once again. I would like to... Ooh. Let's see, we have 2 mercenaries and... Nope. 2 snipers, a mercenary, and an assassin. Okay. Skynet Infiltrator didn't want to come to Cademimu, unfortunately. They have really made this Flashpoint much easier. The social adjustment drones used to be champion enemies. Yeah, the social adjustment drones were real difficult to handle. Oh. I was hoping to knock it off the edge. Sometimes knocking some enemies off the edge, if they're going to survive the fall, can have unintended and very negative consequences, as they'll try to reach you, and if they pass any other groups of enemies, they will aggro those enemies. And therefore you could end up with a rather large, very angry group of enemies running towards you.
My fellow citizens, the coming days will be difficult. You will hear lies about civil unrest, about attacks on our soil. But our world is protected. Not just by our arsenal, but the Cademimu Guard patrols the streets to keep you safe.
That's the governor telling people that there's no reason to be afraid. There used to be some of this elite guard breaking into this cantina, rappelling in.
My people do not listen to the lies on the HoloNet. There are no riots in the Mercantile District, and the missile batteries are perfectly safe.
Oh, we need scavenging for this security gate. I thought it was slicing. So we have Angie the Manipulator. Quick bit of healing in. And level 60. Here's the first boss. We have Officer Xander and his Enforcer droid. Oh, Christ. You made a friend. you have slicing, there's one... You can take a taxi this way. But if you have slicing, you can take the security cruiser, which allows you to bypass some of the enemies on the way to the second boss, on the way to the missile command center.
Fellow citizens, some of you have questioned the makeup of the Cademimu Guard. You ask, why have we recruited off-worlders?
Yeah.
But I say, if a man like General Ortol wants to fight for our planet, it would be selfish to deny him that privilege.
Ah, Christ. There we go. Oh, all here. Good. I was afraid someone was taking the normal taxi route. Now, there is a way to bypass here, rather than fight this loading droid. But it can get you killed. Good. And she seems to know what she's doing, which I approve of. You! That, oh god, he's dead. Did I just... No, I didn't do that. You did that. I heard the follow-through attack, and I was like, did I just accidentally aggro that group that didn't need to be aggroed? Yeah, you can kind of... If that droid's in the right position, you can just jump over this rail. But if you miss, yeah, if you miss, that's what happens. But we're up to the second boss now. We have another Corellian or YT-style ship. Ow!
This is general order to the intruders. The governor may be cowering in his bunker, but we will do our job. You won't get any further.
I maybe should have kept close. Could someone pick me up, please, rather than loot the bodies? You're healing yourself. We have Culto. Oh. I wasn't too sure. Oh, great. Angie just ran ahead. We're already in combat. I wasn't too sure if I was gonna restart back at a Why am I being targeted? Yeah, not everyone.
To all forces. The command center is under attack. Do not let the enemy take control of the missile batteries.
Angie is already down in the missile facility itself via the elevator. You can run through these groups of enemies but not everyone's on the same page. We could wait for the elevator to come up and then run through this screw. Yeah, we're still going to be aggroed, of course, but we can ignore them. Just waiting for the elevator to return. Here it comes. I mean, the flashpoints went rather well so far. Albeit I was hoping someone would res me, because I wasn't too sure about the resing option that it'd give us. Thought it would take me right back to the start, which would have taken me a while to catch up. Okay, aggro's reset. Angie's went well ahead. She's probably ran through all of the enemies, because that's what you can do again. Yeah, you can see the battle going on in the distance. Yeah, she's ran through them all to reset them in the final boss room. That's not too many enemies. We can handle those. Ah, but we made more friends again. No, we have to reset them, unfortunately. Yep, that should be fine. Now we just need to go to the missile logistics computer. Okay. Now, we have control of the missile systems. Unfortunately, the missile launch sequence has already been activated. A Republic fleet has appeared in orbit of Cademimu 5. Would you target a Republic fleet on an uninhabited moon? Let's target the fleet. I actually chose. The missiles are launching. If anything, we can blame the governor. Seems everyone chose to target the Republic fleet. I approve. Unfortunately, we have one more hiccup to deal with General Altall of Order Mantell. We have to be very careful not to attack him immediately until everyone's in the room.
I fought in the war, you piece of trash! You think I'm afraid now?
Oh crap.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
Oh Christ.
one.
Whoever you are, listen. Those missile batteries are all that's protecting Cademimu. You can't take control from me.
The
This
governor
is Imperial
begging.
Fleet Command. Planetary defenses are disengaging, and we've got the governor's shuttle on scanners. We'll take it from here.
Sneezing away there at the end, just after we defeated the general. So yes, the governor was begging for his life to maintain his control over the planet and probably the system as well. Let's see what we got as a reward. A few more crafting materials. What does this headpiece look like? I have a few of those already. An implant with accuracy. Yeah, why not? Right, let's report our success.
I've returned from Cademimu. What's our status?
With the planetary missile batteries negated, our fleet was able to bombard the planet's surface without incident. The first troops are landing, and the Republic arsenal has been confiscated. The war chest of the Outer Rim is no more.
The Republic military can't be happy. I'm surprised they didn't land troops before we did.
Their ships were in system when you took control of the batteries, but they weren't willing to start a war when they knew they'd lose the battle. We've also apprehended Cademimu's governor and scheduled his public execution. His successor will be given the opportunity to lead the planet into a new era, or else pay for its association with the Republic.
I'm sure you'll put affairs on Cademimu in order.
It would not have been possible without your assistance. Until the next opportunity.
And there we are, mission complete. Happy days once again. So a few things. I might as well just equip those pants for now. Might as well equip those items. Yep, that's fine. Level 60. Halfway to level 61. So, combat style. What did we gain? Muzzle fluting. Your follow-through reduces the energy cost of your next 2 snipes by 5. Okay, reasonable. And we picked up a new ability, the Sniper Volley, which I was using during that flashpoint. It immediately finishes the cooldown of penetrating blasts, increases your base regeneration by 2% per second, and increases your alacrity. So for 15 seconds you have more energy regeneration, and your abilities activate and channel more quickly. And then obviously level 64 and level 68 we're going to be jumping up on the marksmanship tree as well. Okay. To get ourselves back on board the Phantom. Yeah, that flashpoint went rather well. I'm disappointed that we actually had our death there. I should have maybe focused more on the Culto healing stations. With that second boss, with the Wookiee with the flamethrower, if the Ugnaughts that he summons are nearby when he dies, because near death, he basically blows himself up, they take a considerable amount of damage, which is why I ran in to try and maintain aggro. Unfortunately, they actually did a lot of damage to me. I couldn't keep myself alive. We'll say it was a better plan in theory than it was in implementation. So, Kaleo, are we going to talk about your friend, or are we just going to move on to a different topic altogether?
So remember how I was going to sell Anspeciel to a bounty hunter and you let her go? I hope it was worth it. Finally convinced the buyer we weren't trying to scam him. You and Anspe talk much when you were together? Swap stories about the old days? Gossip about me?
She said you were a habitual liar and that you'd only met in the past year.
Yeah, figures she'd say something like that. She's kinda crazy. Whole thing got me thinking, though. I've had a lot of partners over the years. Her, Nemro. Guy named Rawl used to hijack Republic supply ships. He had money, he had brass. How you think you measure up?
You're really comparing me to your former partners.
Don't be like that. Just figuring why, with all the nasty, smart, rich people I've been with, I ended up with you.
We all need a break from the high life sometimes.
I'm just joking, Agent. Joking. Get used to it.
Uh-huh. I figured she'd bring up Amsby again. So, since you're talking about your previous partners, I'm guessing that's gonna come up again.
Hey, Agent. Take a look at this.
Where is she?
I don't know. How would I know?
Kaleo Janus and her Twi'lek associate was seen attacking exchange resources on Nar Shaddaa. Should I believe you wouldn't seek revenge? I want her last known location, and I want it now.
I love it. Listen to that little tremor in his voice. He's adorable.
Who was that? And why is he after you?
Ijel and I go way back. Soon as I show my face, he starts torturing people to track me down. He's been obsessed ever since we split up on Farstein. For an arms dealer, he's kinda sweet. Makes me feel wanted.
Where did that holovid even come from?
Hey, you've got plenty of sources. I've got a few too. And one's close to Ijel. Of course, if he finds me, he might be dangerous. I might need someone to protect me from the bad, nasty man.
You're perfectly capable of protecting yourself.
No kidding. I'll keep you in the loop. Next recording gets out, we can watch it together.
So, great. She has an arms dealer after her. Another former partner. Great. Great, 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 great. Is my gear good enough for where we're going next? What? These were level 38 enhancements, and this is item rating 94. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, we're well geared. Oh, sniper rifle not so much, but it's still more powerful than what we should need. And the rest of the armor should make up for it, I imagine. So, yeah. This is a perfect point where we can take a break. But when we come back, we'll be plotting a course for the world of Alderaan. There is a developing situation happening over there that we'll be looking into and helping Imperial interests. At the same time, we have... I'm trying to recall the terrorist network, the terror cell, that is on Alderaan. Oh well, I guess we'll find out once we get there. Thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.